The 10 Days MBA by Dr. Vivek Bindra ji. So today I would like to give my own perspective as an entrepreneur, not like just a vlogger. That's how you will watch a lot of hundreds of videos of vloggers. So as an entrepreneur, what I think about this 10 Days MBA, is it really worth it? Or what Sandeep Maheshwari ji said about this short-term course, just like IBC, is it just like an IBC? Because I have been contacted by Vivek Bindra's team saying that to join IBC, and I have seen what IBC is about, and I watched his videos and I looked at it. So I would like to share my perspective on what I think about this 10 days MBA, and I have seen his curriculum, I have seen his summary of what he would cover in that, and I have watched his 2 videos on YouTube saying about the 10-day MBA. So I would like to give my perspective, my take, because the last couple of days Sandeep Maheshwarji and the fight is going on like crazy, and it really gone like crazy, and now it started like stop Vivek Bindra ji, he is a scam. The exact words are like Vivek Bindra ji ko rukho bhai. That's the words that Sandeep Maheshwarji said in his last video. So I have covered about IBC in the past videos as an entrepreneur perspective, TEDx speaker and Joe Stock speaker perspective, what I think about IBC MLM scam. So what Sandeep Maheshwarji said about those things, is it really scam, or is it a business model that worth it? I have covered it in the last 2 videos. This is in the playlist. You can watch those videos as well. So today I would like to talk about, especially about the 10 days MBA, because there is a distinction that an entrepreneur has to give on the MBA take versus a person who gets into a job after an MBA. So let's get started. So before I get started, there is a book, actually 2 books you need to look at. If you go to the website or the browser or the Google or the Amazon, you can search these 2 books. That's called the 10 days MBA. You type the exact word, the 10 days MBA. You'll find a book which is in 2010. It got around 400 plus or 500 reviews, I guess. And there is another book, it's called the Personal MBA, which is written by the close friend of Charlie Munger, who is the greatest investor of all time, who works in Berkshire Hathaway, who is an investor in Berkshire Hathaway. So these 2 books cover a little bit about MBA. These are the 2 books. So let's get started. What is in this 10 days MBA course? Before that, let me tell you a story. As an entrepreneur perspective, what I think about the traditional education, what we have been going on in the history of traditional education. So in 1900s, when everyone is farming, just the industrialization started, the people in the industry, they need people to work in the machines, to do the labor work in the machines. So they went out to the farmers who are doing the hard work. They said, hey, we will pay you some money, do the work here, have some tools, we will teach you how to do, you do the work, we will pay you money, and use the money to get rice and food for yourself. So people thought, I would make a lot of money. I don't have to work in farms and fields daily, and I don't know whether I'm gonna make the rice or something. Let's do this work. He said he would give you monthly money, give you all this stuff, incentives, all these things. Let's do it. So the people came in as a laborers. They have the unions, all this stuff. They worked really, really hard, and they make money. And from those people, the employers thought, why should we manage these people? Let's put someone else from them and make them a leader, make them a manager. He can manage all those people. So he asked a couple of people and say, hey, if you go out there and do a 4 years graduation, 3 years graduation, you'll become a graduate, a respected person. I would give you a rise in your salary 1.5 times or 2 times. Go and do it. So the people say, oh my God, now I'm making 10,000 per month. Now I would make 20,000, 15,000. I would do it. They went out there, they learned, they did it. After 3 years, they came in and they got 20,000 salary, and they are very happy. Their income level is happy. They are making a lot of money. They are happy, and they love what they are doing. And they manage the people at the bottom. And then employers thought, why can't we create a leader from them and make the higher manager? All they need to do is do a 2 years education. So they went to them and talked them, hey, do an MBA, 2 years. and you will manage in finance, you will manage in HR, you will manage in different aspects. Do what you like. Do you finance manager, HR manager, whatever it is, do it. Whatever it is your interest, do it. You will live in AC office, fans, ACs, tea, coffee. You don't have to work anymore, and you will get 3 times salary. 3 times salary, man. So they went out there, they got in for 2 years, they struggled really hard, and they got 3 times salary. And when they went home with that money, kids, you know what? You have to study really hard. If you study really hard, do a graduation, you get 2 times raise. If you do another 2 years post graduation, you get 3 times raise. You have to study, kids. You have to study hard. That's how the traditional education started, really on a huge volume of getting people into graduation and post graduation into MBA. So the thing is, it's going on for a long time. So the people who comes out on MBA, they will get high-end jobs more than the people who completed graduates. That's really good. For whom? For employees. But if you are doing MBA to understand business, to understand entrepreneurship, to understand how the marketing happens, sales happen, finance happen, operations happen, so that you can start your own business, build your own value, and make your own organization, then that traditional education, which is going on for 1900 years, those have died. Please, the pamphlets that are going on for that long time doesn't exist anymore, because right now we are in the digital era, need latest tactics and strategies that which we have used in the past that doesn't work anymore, because people have understood how you target with the pamphlets. Now you need to change. The fundamentals are same. Sandeep Maheshwarji sir, he said the fundamentals are same. I do agree, but the couple of things has changed, which is utilization of the software, utilization of the AI, utilization of artificial intelligence. These are all the things that came in, the tools, the strategies evolved. So right now, if you're doing the same things that are done in the industrial age, that doesn't work. So you might ask it, what if the traditional MBA that I'm doing for 2 years, what if those patterns are changing, right? The courses are changing, right, in big colleges. Yes, but who are changing those? The people who are changing those curriculum, that syllabus or the curriculum are not the real entrepreneurs. The real entrepreneurs are changing stuff in the real dynamic world. So if you want to really understand about business, understand about the real people that are doing business in the real world. Not some professor, 50 years professor that has learned the theory of MBA in the past 50 years, who has been thinking about business but not doing business in the real world. That doesn't work. And the worst part of all this is those professors are changing the curriculum, like they have meetings for every 5-10 years discussing 100 different things, and at the end of the day changes 1-2 stuff. But in this dynamic world, every day 120 things are changing. So if you want to adopt to that, you need to understand what's happening right now. Best example is Facebook. If you want to get leads for your business, you need to understand the Facebook algorithm. So if I say, hey, I learned about Facebook back in 2012 and I can get ads right now, that doesn't work. The algorithm keeps on changing. So you need to understand how it's changing, and you need to understand what are the things that you need to make so it would give you ROAS, return on ad spend. That would give you less cost of acquisition. So if you want to understand these stuff, you need to learn from someone who has walked the path, who has gone through the path. Last 2 days, I have spent over 10,000 rupees just on an ad that would get people into a webinar. So I have run the same one like 2 months back, and it has generated more leads compared to the leads that I got. Then the return on ad spend is more than yesterday, because the same video doesn't work, the same ad doesn't work, it keeps on changing. So this ad doesn't work, so I'm making another ad which would make things work. The fundamentals that are in the MBA, that are in the finance, marketing, sales, all this in the 4 P's are the same. Place, price, promotions, all these things are same, but the things that are changing are the strategies and the tools that we use. So to understand these stuff, you need to invest in today's economy, today's courses, than the courses in the past. If you want a traditional job, it's okay to do an MBA. If I want to expose into a traditional job or understand a traditional what the history of MBA, I would do an MBA because I would like to learn more. I want to understand it. What's wrong in that? But if I want to do this, I would do this. And do this and that, I would do this because that's what I want to understand the picture as a whole. But it's up to you. If you want to understand the real world, what's happening right now, to get leads and sell, especially these elements, you need to invest in the courses that are happening now. 10 days MBA, I don't know what he is teaching inside. I haven't gone through that entire curriculum, but if there is a real genuine person who has a real personal brand, who is teaching what he has done for his own business, this is the key. Teaching what he preached and giving you the pitfalls of what happened, mistakes he has done, and giving you that stuff, you have to learn from him so that you can implement for your own business and you don't fall into the same pitfalls he has fallen, or you might fall in that. You would avoid all those headaches. Books, I agree with that. I read a lot of books. I agree with that it teaches the fundamentals. But the courses, when it comes to the present day tools, I would recommend the courses because these are the necessary tools that would give me an edge, that would save me, that would give me cost of acquisitions and more return on ad spend, that would reduce the COG, more return on ad spend. These are the stuff that I need. So I would invest in courses, invest in the people who are doing it. So I would waste less money on that. So finally, I would like to share by saying this stuff. Business, if you want to get into the business is something that would add value to the person, add value to the marketplace, understanding their needs and solving their needs with most effectively, less time, most effectively. That's business. Business is not a place where you can take money out. Business is the place where you add money. That person feels really happy that you are there. That person, the customer, has fell in love with you, with your product, with your persona, with your process, and he feels that you walk the path and he would like to walk with you. That's a loyal customer, that's a loyal client, that's the one that you need, and that's the person you need to follow as well, who walk the path. Business is a place of adding value, solving the problem. It's not a place of I'm just taking and you are just suffering. It's not give or take. It's both person point of view. It's both person has to benefit. That's a good business. I would consider, at least I would consider. Thank you for watching this. And this is the small distinction that I want to add between the traditional education that's going on for years. You can consume it, but if you really want to get into the business, you need to understand the real values. So the traditional path doesn't work. That's what I feel, actually. That's my opinion. Thank you very much, and I would like to see you in the other video.